Hello, adventurers, and welcome! Today, we're going to shrink down and explore a world you use every single day. The world inside your computer. And you know what? By the time we're done, you'll be a certified computer explorer. So, have you ever really wondered, when you click a button to start up your favorite game, or you're watching a super funny video, what's actually happening inside that box? It can feel a little bit like magic, but today, we're going to learn all the secrets behind the trick.
Yep, by the end of our little journey today, you'll be able to map out exactly how your computer thinks and works. Are you ready to start the expedition? Let's go!
Okay, our very first stop is to meet the two most important parts of any computer. Now, the easiest way to think about them is to just imagine your computer as like a person, with a body and a brain.
It's really this simple. Hardware is the body. It's all the parts you can physically touch and feel. And the software, well, that's the brain. It's the invisible set of instructions, kind of like thoughts, that tells the body what it needs to do. You can't touch software, just like you can't touch an idea.
Let's look at some real examples of hardware. The monitor. That's like the computer's face, right? It's where it shows you everything. The keyboard and the mouse, those are like its hands, letting you type and point and click. And that big case that holds all the parts, that's its body. These are all things you can actually see and touch.
And now for the brain's thoughts. The software. This is stuff like the web browser you use to explore the internet, all your favorite video games, and of course, the programs you use for school. But the biggest, most important piece of software is the operating system, like Windows or Mac OS, which basically manages the whole show.
All right, so every great explorer needs some tools for their journey, don't they? Well, a computer's body and brain are kind of the same way. To see and hear and interact with our world, they need some special helpers.
And these helpers are called peripheral devices. I know, it's a bit of a fancy name, but it really just means any tool you plug in your computer to give it some extra powers or senses.
And guess what? You already know a bunch of these. The mouse and keyboard are both peripherals. A printer is a helper that lets you put your digital work onto real paper. And a scanner. It does the exact opposite. It helps the computer see a real drawing or document and turns it into a digital file. Pretty cool, huh?
Okay, so now that you have all this digital stuff, your games, your homework, all your cool drawings, where in the world do you keep it all? Well, you need a place to stay organized, just like you do for all your school stuff.
And that's exactly what File Explorer is. It's like your computer's digital school bag. It's there to help you keep everything neat and tidy so you can always find exactly what you're looking for.
Just think about how you do this in real life. In your school bag, you've got a paper folder for your math homework. Well, on your computer, you create a digital folder and you name it Math. A drawing you made for art class, that becomes a picture file that you save inside your digital art folder. It's the exact same idea, just without all the paper. All right, for our last stop on this adventure, we're going to learn the computer's biggest secret. It's a really simple, three-step recipe that it follows for absolutely everything it does.
And you know what? The best way to understand this recipe is to think about making a yummy glass of juice. Ready for this? Okay, so step 1 is input. This is when you put all the ingredients, like fruit, into the blender. On a computer, the input is when you type on the keyboard or click the mouse. Next up, step 2 is process. The blender's job is to spin and mix everything up, right? Well, the computer's brain, its processor, does all the thinking and calculating. And finally, step 3 is output. You get delicious juice. The computer's output is what you see on the screen or hear from the speakers. Input, process, output. That's it. So simple.
Wow, what an incredible adventure. You've really explored the inner workings of a computer. Now, every great explorer needs to remember what they discovered. So let's do a quick mission debrief to go over all the amazing secrets we've uncovered.
Okay, here's your official explorer's checklist. Can you explain the difference between the computer's body, that's the hardware, and its brain, the software? Can you name some of its super helpful tools, those peripheral devices? Do you remember how your digital school bag, File Explorer, helps keep you organized? And of course, can you remember the computer's secret three-step recipe? Input, process, and output.
Just remember, the best way to become an expert is to keep on exploring. So if you have more questions, don't be afraid to ask your teacher. They're your best guides on this adventure, and they are always there to help you out. You all did an absolutely amazing job today. So, it's not really magic anymore, is it? You've officially learned the secret code of how computers work. Great job, explorers! Now go put all your new knowledge to the test.